I worked at a job where every week I was reminded that I could be the first to go. The school didn't need to teach world languages. My position was expendable. At the same time, my spouse decided to leave me and our two children. Struggling with PTSD, he didn't want to be married, didn't want to be a parent, and didn't even want to work. I kept silent because I was told I should be grateful. At least I had a husband. Then my father was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. My mother overwhelmed, so I did everything. I arranged their move, managed his care, and buried myself in work and hunger. I didn't share about my predicament. We often think addiction requires drugs, but I never held a cigarette, never took a sip of alcohol, never tried drugs. Yet I became addicted, addicted to work, addicted to silence. I didn't ask for help. I didn't grow up with it, and I didn't believe I deserved it. But like any addiction, there was neglect. I neglected my needs, my children's birthdays, Christmases, anything that required emotional presence. I simply could not give what I didn't have. For over a decade, I couldn't look at a man without fearing I'd repeat a cycle of abandonment or abuse. I stayed away. But something saved me. I found my voice, and now I committed to helping others find theirs. When we think about recovery, we often picture a single path, a straight road to healing. But the truth is, recovery is as diverse as the women walking it. And yet, too many women struggle in silence, facing shame, stigma, and barriers that make it harder to seek help. I want to start by asking you a simple question. What happens when women's voices go unheard in recovery? It means their needs are ignored. It means programs aren't built with them in mind. It means women stay stuck because without visibility, there is no change. But when we amplify their voices, when we listen, we don't just help one woman. We shift systems, breaking the silence and stigma. Stigma keeps women from reaching out. It keeps mothers afraid to ask for help. It keeps professionals worried about judgment. And this silence, it's dangerous. The antidote, storytelling. When a woman shares her journey, whether in a meeting, a book, or even a conversation over coffee, she's doing something radical. She's saying, I am not my addiction. I am not my past. I am more. And so are you. Today, I invite you to take one small action. Listen to a woman's story, share it, lift it. Because when we see women in recovery, we help them heal. When we hear them, we help them lead. And when we support them, we change the world, not just for them, but for all of us. When a woman speaks, the world changes. If you want to lift a woman high, teach her to speak, not just comply, not with whispers drowned in fear, but with words that all must hear. If you want to give a gift, don't offer gold, don't make a list, just sit beside her and hear her say the truths she'd had to hide away. Stigma silences, shame holds tight, but her story is her light, not a burden, not a crime. A voice once lost can heal with time. Some will walk and some will run. Some will heal with faith begun. Some will find strength in hands that hold. Others need space that is bold. Recovery isn't just one lane, not one way, not set chain. If we listen, if we learn, we help the tides of change to turn. So hear her out. Don't turn away. Her voice can't wait another day. When women speak and we believe, the world begins to truly grieve, not for them, but for the cost of all the voices we have lost. But no more silence, no more shame. Let's lift their stories, say their names, not just today, not just a few, but every woman strong and true. Listen, amplify, make space. That's how we help her take her place.